Absolutely Autism.
Hi, welcome to Absolutely Autism. I'm Lisa.
I'm Janelle.
And I'm Amy, and today we're going to lift the veil on autism and talk about the things that sometimes don't necessarily get talked about.
Yeah, absolutely. I recently read an article that was saying that a lot of advocates for autism and a lot of media portrays autism in one light and isn't really showing all sides of what it's like to live with autism. It can sometimes look like everything is just sunshine and rainbows, and in reality, that's not really true.
Yep. We have experienced the type of autism that is aggression, it is inappropriate behaviour, it is social awkwardness, not academically achieving. These are the kind of autism that we experience. It's not always the Good Doctor TV show where all of our children are going to become these Nobel Prize winners. We live in the reality.
Exactly. And I think for people who haven't experienced autism through any other venture, when they actually do face somebody who's just a typical person with ASD and portrays some of these behaviours, it can be a real shock to them.
Yeah.
And they can also have a bit of a negative effect because they sort of think, oh, well, that child must be naughty or misbehaving, because that's not what normal autism looks like, when in fact it actually is.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily that stylised autism that you see portrayed. And then there's a thing called the Rain Man theory, which addresses just that, that our kids are not necessarily the Hollywood version of autism.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I have an experience that I think a lot of mums can relate to, that I will maybe not complain, but I'll talk about my challenges with my son, and I will often get the response of, your son will be this wonderful, high-achieving man, and that he might be a doctor or a scientist. And look, I have high hopes for him to live a happy, fulfilled life, but it will be in his own way. It could be packing bags at a grocery store. It could be something simple like that.
They put them into this kind of stereotype, don't they? That if they have autism, then they must be a genius or have some special skill. Some don't. You were saying also earlier about how additional diagnosis can play a part.
Well, certainly additional diagnoses make things a bit harder, especially if you're dealing with things like anxiety and
ADHD.
Intellectual disabilities.
Yeah, all of those things play a role in how they develop and how they deal with life.
And I would say that's more common to have an extra diagnosis.
Yes. The other thing I've noticed, that when you are an advocate for autism like we are, you do spend a lot of time trying to uplift your community, educate, make them feel positive, and sometimes by doing that you do fall short and forget that you are making everything look like rainbows and roses. And that our life is just lovely and we're just blessed with these special needs children, which of course we are, but our life, a day-to-day life, isn't all that sunshine and roses. And I think that's what we need to normalise, so that other people out there can see the normal side to autism, the hard side, which is the more common side, I think, the hard side.
Yeah.
I know there are days for me that by the end of the day, I'm done.
Yeah.
I have dealt with so much by the end of the day that there's no sunshine and there's no rainbows. There's just one exhausted mum trying to keep going.
And we don't need people coming and going, no, your son is great, he's wonderful, and he's going to achieve so much.
What an exciting journey you're on.
No, we don't need that.
There's days where it's just hard and you can't find that positive or that silver lining of having a child with ASD, and that's okay and that's normal.
Yeah. We want you to go through this journey feeling empowered and encouraged that you're not alone. You are doing a tough thing. You are living a life that is difficult, and we get it. We get it.
Yeah, and I think normalising this behaviour too.
Yeah.
To people who you're actually advocating autism for.
Yeah.
So out there in the public and in the community, having these kinds of behaviours that aren't so nice and people don't really want to hear about and don't want to talk about, they need to be talked about.
Yeah.
And they need to be shared, and people need to be aware that this is our day-to-day life, and this can be very normal in the autism world.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So don't be afraid to talk about the real side of what you go through and what you're dealing with. There are going to be good days and there are going to be bad days. Your child is your child, and you know them better than anyone. And they're not necessarily Rain Man. They may be, but they're more likely not to be. So
take that pressure off yourself.
yeah.
Be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
And just take it day by day.
Yeah. One step at a time.
Mm.
Well, thanks for watching. We hope this has helped everyone feel a little bit better and shed a little bit of light on the real life of being a autism parent or carer. Please like and subscribe. We are on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. So if you have any stories or anything that you would like to add, whack them in the comments below. Share, share, share. And thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye. What?
Yeah, relax.
Okay.
Oh, bless you.
Okay.